27-year-old Scott Speed is a former Formula One racer. He comes to the Texas Motor Speedway 22nd in Sprint Cup points. And welcome the driver of the number 82 Red Bull Racing Team, Toyota Scott Speed.
Get in here, young man. Pull up a chair, sit down, and you got some splaining to do.
What'd I do now?
At least you didn't show up in your nightgown today. I'm glad of that. But explain to me, as we watch this little video here, what is going on?
That's some awesomeness going on. That was so fun. Like, I realized right away why girls have to cross their legs in skirts. And so that was a good experience because, you know, I got to feel that. I didn't really have any place to put my sword, as you could tell. But it was awesome. Like, we flew in right after qualifying from Phoenix to a cool little Red Bull event they had in Tucson. And we had a blast. I mean...
What were you trying to do? I mean, what is the...
It was a chariot race.
You were a judge, right?
I was a judge, you know, and I was acting the part.
And it was a toga party, correct?
Well, there were some people wearing togas, but it basically was a chariot race.
Got it.
So there, everyone had crazy costumes. One guy had a pirate ship, and you know, there was a girl team that had togas on, and they had a little accident during their race, which was awesome for the rest of us. And it was a great time, though.
You know, Daryl, it's real simple. He was having fun. Repeat that.
Wow.
Having fun.
You had sat on the outside the front row. You were having fun.
Yeah, and believe it or not, for the record,
that's no way to dress to have.
I have never had any alcohol in my life.
That's right.
So that's all on Red Bull, literally.
Hey, did you bring me one, deal?
No, they said I couldn't.
Oh,
they said because my face was on it.
27-year-old Scott Speed is a former Formula One racer. He comes to the Texas Motor Speedway 22nd in Sprint Cup points. And welcome the driver of the number 82 Red Bull Racing Team, Toyota Scott Speed.
Get in here, young man. Pull up a chair, sit down, and you got some splaining to do.
What'd I do now?
At least you didn't show up in your nightgown today. I'm glad of that. But explain to me, as we watch this little video here, what is going on?
That's some awesomeness going on. That was so fun. Like, I realized right away why girls have to cross their legs in skirts. And so that was a good experience because, you know, I got to feel that. I didn't really have any place to put my sword, as you could tell. But it was awesome. Like, we flew in right after qualifying from Phoenix to a cool little Red Bull event they had in Tucson. And we had a blast. I mean...
What were you trying to do? I mean, what is the...
It was a chariot race.
You were a judge, right?
I was a judge, you know, and I was acting the part.
And it was a toga party, correct?
Well, there were some people wearing togas, but it basically was a chariot race.
Got it.
So there, everyone had crazy costumes. One guy had a pirate ship, and you know, there was a girl team that had togas on, and they had a little accident during their race, which was awesome for the rest of us. And it was a great time, though.
You know, Daryl, it's real simple. He was having fun. Repeat that.
Wow.
Having fun.
You had sat on the outside the front row. You were having fun.
Yeah, and believe it or not, for the record,
that's no way to dress to have.
I have never had any alcohol in my life.
That's right.
So that's all on Red Bull, literally.
Hey, did you bring me one, deal?
No, they said I couldn't.
Oh,
they said because my face was on it, you know, you guys couldn't get one.
Yeah, you know, he's already a star on YouTube.
Yeah,
I think he just got upstaged by your latest act. But he and his teammate did a thing called Milk and Cereal. If you ever get a chance, go watch it. You'll laugh your toga off.
Actually, I watched part of NASCAR Smarts. You and Jimmy Elledge are going to be on this weekend. I think it airs tomorrow. I don't want to ask who won. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I think that was one of the questions, was it not?
There was, I think, 2 milk and cereal questions on there, which is awesome because when we did that, obviously, we didn't even put it on YouTube. It got on there like 3 years later. So it's kind of cool for us. I mean, because it's something we did so long ago.
Got a lot of hits.
You know, Scott, when I was reading up on you, to me, one thing I picked up on, you're a great example of don't burn bridges, because you were released from your Formula One team in July of 2007. I could pick up that you were very bitter to the race team, but you remained friends with the sponsor, Red Bull. Obviously, that paid off.
I mean, what can I say? I wouldn't have a professional racing career if it wasn't for Red Bull, you know? And they gave me a shot at my dream. I mean, I got to drive a Formula One car because of Red Bull at the end of the day. And that means a lot to me, and it goes a long way. And, you know, they've always been awesome to me. And I don't ever see a time in my life where I would ever switch from a relationship that I do have in Red Bull. For the exact example of, like, the toga party I got to do. I don't get to do, you know, the sort of the boring appearances that drivers have to do. I get to go and be a guest DJ somewhere, or I get to go to toga parties. Red Bull's always got some really cool, trendy event that I get to do, and I think that lifestyle to me is super important. It just I have such a bond with the brand, I think.
Well, when you say that, I've been reading through some of these things, and you and here you've been quoted. I just like doing as much as I can. Life's short. I want to do all of it. You know, you want to live it all, and you talk about that little picture on the front of the Red Bull can. That's the first time they've ever put an athlete on the front of their can, and you're and Brian Vickers are the ones that are having that done.
I tell you what, when they told me they were putting me on the can, I thought, out of 25-something years that Red Bull has been a company, they've never done this. And for us to have this opportunity, I mean, that's huge. I mean, I can't believe it, honestly. So that's huge for us, and for them to sort of put us on the can and have that sort of level of faith in us, you know, as their, you know, athletes, so to speak. I mean, that's huge.
And you know what I have picked up on, Steve?
What?
Just watching Scott, I know why they put him on the sugar-free version of it.
No. They put me on the sugar-free because I'm sweet enough.
I like it.
Got you, Larry.
I like it.
Got you, Larry.
Got you, Larry.
Can you name the 7 continents?
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. You know, we were just talking. His wife lives on Twitter. I mean, I have gotten on there now, and I'm pretty addicted to it. But no one can keep up with your wife. And we were just talking. Twitter is the coolest thing I've ever done. I got to tell you, and you enjoy it too.
Yeah, we have a blast on there. It's actually funny because, you know, Adam Anna's speed is obviously probably a little bit more, even more extreme than mine, but we've only had one sort of talk with Red Bull, and I thought I was in trouble. Nope, it was Amanda. They're like, Amanda, look, you're crossing some lines here. You know, got to tone this down a little bit, but we have a blast. Like you said, I mean, Twitter's great because I almost never get anyone that's negative on there.
Yeah.
Everything is super positive.
That's what I was telling you. You know, you write a column, I do, for Fox Sports, all Waltrip. You'll write a column, versus you give your opinions, and I tell people all the time, by the way, it is all Waltrip, so it is my opinions. But people will complain to you about what you wrote. Twitter, it's never that way. I have yet to get anybody that says anything negative about a tweet that you'll put up. It's really, really a cool thing.
That pretty much tells me why he's on there then.
Well, it's why everybody's on there.
You're looking up, so that's where I need to go if I want to get some positive. I know I'm not going to get it out of you.
Well, and now I can't speak for you. I know Scott and I mean, we get all good comments, but I don't know. I'd have to,
but
Scott,
have
to try it.
You know, the thing is, you know, in reading all this and starting to try to pick up what kind of personality you really are, you got over 3,157 songs on your iPod or your iPhone.
How many?
3,157, according to the information here. Is that close?
That's close. Check it.
I might have it on
Check
me.
it,
I
Scott.
think I don't, because it rings normally.
But the thing is, when I look at your personality, who do you get this from? Which parent? You know, who you got a brother? You know, who was your idol growing up? I mean, who kind of influenced you?
I think I've been influenced a lot. I think, you know, there's a big change. When I was 19, I left home, and I didn't move into an apartment. Well, I did, but I left home, and I went to England. I spent my first year, you know, away from my family and away from my nest in England, and then I spent the next 4 years in Austria. So, and I traveled the whole world racing, obviously, in Formula One. So I've had so many influences from being able to live abroad and being lucky enough to have that opportunity that I kind of just take pieces of everything I like. And for me, I think if I had to take, you know, my whole life to this point, what am I the most grateful for? It's the opportunity that I've gotten to live abroad and I've got to travel the whole world and get those experiences.